you doing, Jersey? Welcome to the Star Ledger Newsroom, Tuesday, December 2nd. A couple of old, familiar Jersey boys popping back up in the news today. Remember Charles Kushner? He was the big fundraiser for former Governor Jim McGreevey, appointed to the Port Authority. If you don't remember, maybe this will jog your memory. He was the guy who hired a prostitute to have sex with his brother-in-law, had the whole thing taped, eventually went to jail. Well, he's back in the news today. He's being sued by a former employee who says he took $5 million from one of the biggest real estate deals in New York City history and diverted a little bit of it to his son's ailing newspaper, and a little bit more, $300,000, allegedly, to McGreevey's live-in boyfriend. Kushner denies the allegations. Also back in the news today, Bernard Kerik, remember him? Former New York City Police Commissioner. He is facing 14 federal counts of fraud for allegedly getting $225,000 in renovations from a New Jersey contractor on his house. He might be in trouble, but the guy's still got a lot of friends. 300 people last night turned out for a fundraiser for his legal defense fund, shelling out $75 and up for a chance to sit down and help out their good friend Bernie. All right, just another day in New Jersey news. Thankfully, we have the world of sports to escape all these horrible scandals that befall the state of New Jersey on such a regular basis. Actually, we don't have the world of sports to escape to. The big story today, Plaxico Burress back at Giants Stadium after yesterday turning himself into New York City police on weapons charges in connection with shooting himself in the leg Saturday night. With me here is columnist Steve Politi.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Appreciate it.
What is going on today? He's back at the stadium.
He's back on the stadium. He's meeting with team officials today. I think they're going to decide what his fate is, or at least they need to decide what his fate is. The court appearance for Plaxico Burress is not until March, so this thing's going to drag on for a long time. This is the point where the Giants have to figure out what to do with him because he's going to be healthy to play in a couple weeks. My guess is they will not let that happen. They can't let that happen in a lot of ways. They'll either have to deactivate him or put him on a physically unable to perform list, or just suspend him entirely until. My guess is they'll just tell him to go away.
What happens if he comes in and says, "I want to play"?
Well, that's their decision. The Giants decide ultimately who plays and who doesn't play, and he's just become such a circus that I don't think they can afford to have him out there.
Here is my sort of convoluted, maybe fans' perspective on this. The Giants are just really doing so well this season. This kind of adversity, can it make them even a better team in the long view of history? Say, let's imagine the Giants do what we all want them to do, which is go all the way. But can we look back on this someday and say, man, they're better than the 72 Dolphins? The Dolphins in 72 never had a guy who shot himself in the leg, didn't have to deal with this kind of knuckleheaded.
Interesting theory. I think if they go 18-1, no matter what happens, they'll be regarded that way because they'll be defending champs, and then they'll be seen in that light. And very few teams have won that many games. Obviously, it's very difficult to do. I think what the Giants are doing now is very impressive because remember, Burress is just the first one. They lost Strahan. They lost O.C. Manure, they lost Jeremy Shockey, they lost Tiki Barber. They've taken a lot of high-profile guys off this team, and it doesn't seem to stop them. Here they went to Washington, they win 23-7, dominated the game with all this circling around. I mean, it's just amazing how they're able to put all that aside and win.
Makes it all the more impressive.
It does.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve.
Glad to be here.
All right, so we're going to wrap things up today on a much more positive note. Reporter Rudy Larini visited recently with a woman who is one of the oldest, if not the oldest person in the state of New Jersey. Check out the video.
That I wanted to be a Christian in 1913, and I've been trying ever since.
Do you think your faith helped you to live long?
My faith in God, I've been doing it all these years. I'm still trusting in God.
What is your happiest memory?
What is?
Yeah.
My happiest moment?
Memory.
Oh, my Lord, I have so many I can't tell you. And these are my children. Am I still happy? Yeah, I'm happy. With the Lord.
That's impressive. Look for the upcoming story on NJ.com and in the Star Ledger on her as well. All right, that wraps up Ledger Live for today. Listen, we want to hear from you. The email address, ledgerlive@starledger.com. And we have the news blogs at NJ.com. You can log on and sound off there as well. All right, Jersey, take it easy.